Have you ever opened the refrigerator and smelled that awful odor that just won't go away? Well, I've been there too. And you know what I discovered? There's a simple, quick, and almost free way to get rid of any odor in your refrigerator in just one day. That's right. In 24 hours, you can have a fresh-smelling refrigerator again. I learned some incredible tricks that come from a 1,000-year-old tradition of cleaning and organizing. These are methods that people have used for generations to keep their homes spotless, including the refrigerator. And the best part is that you don't need expensive products or hours of hard work. These are 10 simple secrets that anyone can apply today. Now pay attention, because this could change your life in the kitchen. If you don't learn these secrets, you'll continue to suffer from that unpleasant smell every time you open the refrigerator. You'll continue throwing away food that has developed a strange taste. And worse, you'll continue spending money on products that promise to eliminate odors but don't work properly. But if you stay with me until the end of this video, you'll discover a method so effective you'll wonder why no one told you this before. There's a special secret I'll reveal in tip number 8 that's absolutely powerful. It's something you have at home right now, and it works like magic. So don't skip any parts, because each tip connects to the next to give you the complete result. Tip 1. The initial deep clean. First of all, you need to understand that bad smells in the refrigerator don't appear out of nowhere. They come from leftover food, spilled liquids, and accumulated dirt. So the first step is to do a deep clean to start from scratch. I know it sounds like a lot of work, but I promise it's easier than you think. First, you're going to unplug the refrigerator. This is important because you'll be working with water and you don't want to take any risks. Then take everything out of the refrigerator. Absolutely everything. Shelves, drawers, containers, food, everything. Put it on the table or counter to organize it later. Now comes the good part. You're going to make a simple mixture with warm water and mild soap. No harsh chemicals for now. Take a clean cloth or soft sponge and start cleaning every corner of the refrigerator. Pay special attention to the door seals, because that's where dirt tends to hide. Wipe slowly and carefully, cleaning the entire interior surface. After cleaning with soap and water, rinse with another damp cloth using only clean water. This is important to remove any soap residue that could leave a different smell. Dry everything very well with a dry cloth, or let it air dry for a few minutes with the door open. Meanwhile, wash all the shelves and drawers you removed. Use the same mixture of warm water and mild soap. Scrub well, rinse, and dry completely before putting them back. You'll notice that this initial cleaning alone eliminates much of the unpleasant odor. Now, before putting things back, take a look at the food. Throw away anything that's expired, spoiled, or looks strange. Don't be stingy. Spoiled food is one of the main causes of bad smells. Also, clean the packaging of the products you're putting back, because sometimes they're dirty on the outside. This first step might take an hour or even a little longer, depending on the size of your refrigerator and how dirty it was. But believe me, this time invested now will save you a lot of headaches later. A clean refrigerator is the foundation for all the other secrets to work perfectly. Tip 2. The power of baking soda. Now that you've done the deep cleaning, let's move on to the second secret, which is one of the most powerful of all. I'm talking about baking soda. This simple product, which costs very little, is a true natural odor eliminator. It not only masks the bad smell, it neutralizes the molecules that cause the odor. Here's how it works. Bicarbonate has alkaline properties that absorb and neutralize the acids that cause bad odors. It's pure science working in your favor. And the best part is that you don't need much. A small amount already has a huge effect. Take a small jar. It can be one of those glass ones you don't use anymore, or even a plastic container. Put about 3 or 4 tablespoons of baking soda inside. No need to cover it. Leave the jar open so the baking soda can do its work. Now you're going to put this little container at the back of the refrigerator on one of the bottom shelves. If your refrigerator is large, you can put 2 containers, one on top and one on the bottom. The baking soda will start absorbing the odors immediately. It's amazing how fast it works. One important thing you need to know is that the baking soda needs to be replaced. It's no use leaving the same container there forever. Every 30 days or so, you throw away the old baking soda and put in a new one. If you notice the smell returning before then, replace it sooner. It's that simple. Some people don't believe that something so cheap can work so well, but I guarantee it does. I've tested it several times, and the result is always the same. You'll notice the difference in just a few hours. After 24 hours, the bad smell practically disappears. Another advantage of baking soda is that it doesn't leave any artificial smells in the refrigerator. You know those products that eliminate one smell but leave another strong smell in its place? Well, that doesn't happen with baking soda. It only eliminates the bad smell, and that's it. Your refrigerator will be neutral without any smell, which is exactly what you want. If you want to further enhance the effect, you can mix a few drops of lemon juice into the baking soda. Lemon also has properties that help eliminate odors, but this is optional. Baking soda alone already does an excellent job. Tip 3. Activated charcoal as an ally. The third secret I'm going to tell you is something that few people know, but it makes a huge difference. I'm talking about activated charcoal. This material has an incredible ability to absorb odors and impurities. It's used in water filters, protective masks, and can also be used in your refrigerator. Activated charcoal works because it has millions of tiny pores that capture odor molecules. The more porous the charcoal, the better it works. And the good news is that you can find activated charcoal in health food stores, pharmacies, and even online. It's inexpensive and lasts a long time. To use in the refrigerator, you will need some small pieces of activated charcoal. It can be in block form or powdered inside a small cloth bag. Place the charcoal in an open container or on a small plate. If you use block charcoal, choose 3 or 4 pieces the size of a coin. Place the container with charcoal on one of the refrigerator shelves, preferably at the back where air circulates more. The charcoal will begin to absorb odors immediately. You can leave it with the small container of baking soda that I showed you in the previous tip. The two work very well together. One interesting thing about activated charcoal is that you can reactivate it. After about 30 days of use, the charcoal becomes saturated and loses its effectiveness. But you don't need to throw it away. Simply place the charcoal pieces on a baking sheet and put them in the oven at a low temperature for about an hour. This removes impurities and the charcoal works like new again. I know it might seem strange to put charcoal in the refrigerator, but believe me, it works wonderfully well. Many people who have serious odor problems in their refrigerator have found activated charcoal to be the ultimate solution. It's a natural method, without chemicals, without artificial fragrances, just pure absorption of odors. In addition to eliminating odors, activated charcoal also helps keep the refrigerator drier. It absorbs some of the moisture from the air, which prevents the formation of mold or those water droplets that remain on the refrigerator walls. This further contributes to keeping everything fresh and odor-free. If you can't easily find activated charcoal, you can use regular charcoal that you use for barbecues. It's not as efficient as activated charcoal, but it still helps a lot. Choose pieces that haven't been used, of course, so you don't bring smoke smell into the refrigerator. Now, before I tell you the fourth secret, I need to ask you something very quickly. If you're enjoying this video and want to learn more practical tricks to keep your house clean and smelling fresh, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. That way you won't miss any new videos. And tell me in the comments where you're watching from. I love knowing what city you're from. Now let's move on to the next tip, which is sensational. Tip 4. White vinegar for disinfection. The fourth secret I'm going to teach you involves a product you almost certainly have in your kitchen right now. White vinegar. This simple liquid is a powerful natural disinfectant and also effectively eliminates odors. And best of all, it leaves no dangerous chemical residue. Vinegar works because it's acidic, and that acidity kills bacteria and fungi that cause bad odors. Furthermore, it neutralizes alkaline odors that baking soda alone can't completely eliminate. That's why using both together, baking soda and vinegar, is an unbeatable combination. To clean with vinegar, you will mix equal parts white vinegar and water. For example, half a cup of vinegar with half a cup of water. Put this mixture in a spray bottle, like the ones you use for ironing clothes or watering plants. If you don't have a spray bottle, you can use a cloth soaked in the solution. Spray or wipe all internal surfaces of the refrigerator with the vinegar mixture. Pay special attention to the door seals, corners, and anywhere bacteria may accumulate. Let the vinegar sit for a few minutes. You'll smell a strong vinegar odor at first, but don't worry, it will disappear quickly. After a few minutes, wipe with a clean, damp cloth using only water to remove excess vinegar. Dry thoroughly with a dry cloth. That's it, your refrigerator is disinfected and the odors have been neutralized. The vinegar smell disappears within a few hours and leaves no residual odor. An extra tip I learned is to do this cleaning process with vinegar once a week. You don't need to take everything out of the refrigerator every time. You can do a quick cleaning by wiping the shelves and walls with a cloth dampened with vinegar. This prevents bad smells from returning and keeps everything sanitized. Vinegar is also great for cleaning vegetable drawers. These drawers tend to accumulate a lot of dirt and are a major source of bad odors. Take the drawer out, wash it with soap and water, then wipe it with a cloth dampened with a vinegar solution and dry it thoroughly before putting it back. Some people are afraid to use vinegar because they think it will leave the refrigerator smelling like salad, but I guarantee it won't. The smell of vinegar evaporates completely and doesn't contaminate the food. If you do it right, drying it well afterwards, you won't have any problems. Tip 5. Slices of fresh lemon. The fifth secret is one of my favorites because, in addition to eliminating odors, it leaves the refrigerator smelling fresh and natural. I'm talking about lemon slices. Lemon is a fantastic natural deodorizer and very easy to use. Anyone can do this at home without spending almost anything. Lemon has antibacterial properties and a citrus scent that neutralizes unpleasant odors. Furthermore, it's completely natural and safe to keep near food. It's chemical-free, safe, and simply effective. To use lemons in the refrigerator, you will need 1 or 2 fresh lemons. Cut the lemon into slices that are not too thin, about half a centimeter thick. If the lemon is small, use 2. If it is large, 1 is enough. The important thing is that the slices have contact with the air. Place the lemon slices on a small plate or in a shallow bowl. No need to cover it. Leave it open so the lemon scent can spread throughout the refrigerator. You can place this plate on any shelf, but I recommend one of the middle shelves where air circulates better. The lemon will start working immediately. In just a few hours, you'll notice a fresh smell when you open the refrigerator. And that bad smell of old food or mixed ingredients will be greatly reduced. After 24 hours, the difference is noticeable. One important thing is to replace the lemon slices every 3 or 4 days. After that time, the lemon starts to dry out and loses its effectiveness. When you notice that the slices are dark or too dry, throw them away and replace them with new slices. It's cheap and well worth it. If you want to further enhance the effect, you can stick a few cloves into the lemon slices. Cloves have a strong and pleasant scent that combines very well with lemon. In addition, cloves also have antibacterial properties. Use about 3 or 4 cloves per slice. Another option is to use lemon in a different way. Squeeze the juice of half a lemon into a small container with water and leave it in the refrigerator. The effect is similar, but the slices work better because they release the essential oils from the peel, which are the main contributors to the pleasant smell. Some people ask if they can use Sicilian lemons or if it has to be Tahiti limes. You can use any type of lemon. They all have deodorizing properties. Choose what you have at home or what is cheapest at the market. The important thing is that it's a fresh lemon, nothing old or withered. Tip 6. Ground coffee or coffee beans. Now I'm going to tell you a secret that many people don't know, but it's extremely effective. It's using ground coffee or coffee beans to eliminate odors from the refrigerator. Coffee has an incredible ability to absorb bad smells and also leaves a soft and pleasant aroma. Coffee works so well because the beans are porous, just like the activated charcoal I mentioned earlier. These pores capture odor molecules and neutralize them. Furthermore, the smell of coffee is strong enough to mask residual odors, but it's not invasive like artificial perfumes. To use coffee in the refrigerator, you will need ground coffee or unground coffee beans. If you use filtered coffee at home, you can use the leftover grounds. But be careful, it has to be dry grounds, not the wet grounds left over after making the coffee. Wet grounds can mold and create more problems than they solve. Take a shallow container or plate and place about 4 or 5 tablespoons of coffee grounds inside. Spread the grounds in a thin, not too thick layer. The more spread out, the greater the surface area in contact with the air, and the better it works. Leave the container uncovered in the refrigerator. If you prefer to use coffee beans, the process is the same. Place a generous amount of beans in a small container and refrigerate. Beans last longer than ground coffee because they don't dry out as quickly, but both work equally well. Place the small container of coffee on one of the refrigerator shelves. It can be on the top or bottom, it doesn't matter. The important thing is that it's in a place where you won't accidentally knock it over. In a few hours, the coffee will start to take effect. The bad smell will diminish, and the refrigerator will have a light coffee aroma. You'll need to change the coffee every 2 weeks or so. After that time, the coffee has absorbed many odors and loses its effectiveness. Additionally, ground coffee dries out and can start to clump. When this happens, throw it away and replace it with fresh coffee. One advantage of coffee is that it doesn't interfere with the taste of food. Even if left open in the refrigerator, coffee won't leave other products tasting like coffee, so you can use it without worry. Your food will retain its original flavor. If you don't drink coffee at home and think it's wasteful to buy it just to put in the refrigerator, you can ask a neighbor or friend for a small amount. The quantity you need is small and it lasts a long time. Or you can use coffee beans, which are cheaper when bought in bulk. Tip 7. Organize food properly. The 7th secret doesn't involve any miracle product, but it's essential for keeping your refrigerator odor-free. I'm talking about organizing your food the right way. Many people don't know this, but how you store things in the refrigerator directly influences the appearance of odors. First, you need to use sealed containers to store leftovers and opened food. You know that pot of beans left over from lunch? Don't put it straight in the refrigerator covered only with a plate. Transfer it to a plastic or glass container with a tight-fitting lid. This prevents the smell of the beans from spreading to other foods. The same goes for cheeses, cold cuts, raw meats, and anything with a strong smell. Always store them in sealed containers. If you bought sliced cheese at the supermarket, transfer it to a container instead of leaving it in the plastic bag. It makes all the difference. Fruits and vegetables should be stored in their specific drawers. These drawers help control humidity and keep vegetables fresh for longer. But be careful, before storing them, wash and dry the leaves and vegetables well. Excessive humidity promotes the growth of mold and bacteria that cause bad odors. Another important tip is not to mix raw foods with cooked foods. Raw meats, for example, should always be kept on the lower shelves. If any liquid leaks, it won't contaminate the other foods. Ready-to-eat foods such as yogurts, desserts, and cooked meals should be kept on the upper shelves. Check expiration dates regularly. At least once a week, take a look at the products you have stored and throw away anything that is expired or looks strange. Spoiled food is the main cause of bad smells in the refrigerator. Don't hesitate. If something looks bad, it's best to throw it away. Don't overfill your refrigerator. When the refrigerator is too full, air doesn't circulate properly, hindering refrigeration. Additionally, it becomes harder to find things, and some foods end up forgotten at the back, spoiling without you realizing it. Keep your refrigerator organized and leave space between items. Clean the packaging before storing. Sometimes you buy a product at the market and the packaging is dirty on the outside. Wipe it with a damp cloth before putting it in the refrigerator. This prevents external dirt from contaminating the inside. Use labels or markings to keep track of when you put each item away. This could be a label with the date or simply writing it down in a notebook. This way, you know exactly what you need to use first, and nothing gets forgotten until it spoils. This simple organization prevents waste and keeps the refrigerator clean and odor-free. Tip 8. The raw rice technique. Now comes the moment I promised at the beginning of the video. This is the 8th secret and perhaps the most surprising of all. It's using uncooked rice in the refrigerator. That's right, that white rice you used to cook every day can be your ally against bad smells. Rice works because it is highly absorbent. Each tiny grain of rice acts like a microscopic sponge that captures moisture and odors from the air. When the air in the refrigerator passes through the grains, the odor molecules become trapped there. It's simple, natural, and incredibly effective. To use rice in the refrigerator, you will need half a cup of uncooked rice. Place the rice in a shallow container or a breathable fabric bag. If using a container, leave it uncovered. If using a bag, tie it loosely so that air can circulate. The important thing is that the rice has contact with the air in the refrigerator. Place the rice on one of the refrigerator shelves. It can be in the middle or at the bottom. If your refrigerator is large, you can place 2 small containers, one on each side. The rice will start working immediately. Within 24 hours, you will notice a remarkable difference in the smell. One incredible advantage of rice is that it also absorbs moisture. If your refrigerator often has water droplets on the walls or soggy vegetables in the drawers, rice will help control this. Less moisture means less proliferation of bacteria and fungi that cause bad smells. You need to change the rice every 2 weeks or so. After that time, the rice has absorbed a lot of moisture and odors, losing its effectiveness. You'll notice that the rice becomes somewhat yellowish or has a different appearance. When this happens, throw it away and use fresh rice. Some people ask if they can use leftover rice for cooking. The answer is no. Rice that has been in the refrigerator absorbing odors should not be used for cooking. It is contaminated with substances that cause the bad smell. Throw it away without hesitation and use fresh rice for your meals. If you want to enhance the effect, you can mix a few drops of essential oil into the rice. Lavender or orange oil work well, but this is entirely optional. The rice alone already does an excellent job. I personally prefer to use just plain rice without anything mixed in. This raw rice method is especially good for refrigerators located in very humid places or that have a constant problem with excess moisture. The rice will work day and night, absorbing everything that can cause bad smells. It's like having a natural dehumidifier inside your refrigerator. Before we continue, let me tell you something quick. If you want to have a clean, organized, and fragrant home without wasting hours of your day, or spending money on expensive products, I've prepared a complete guide with easy homemade recipes, a weekly checklist, and professional tricks that really work. The link is in the first pinned comment. Now let's continue with the video. Tip 9. Cloves wrapped in gauze. The 9th secret I'm going to teach you uses a spice you probably have in your kitchen cupboard: cloves. This small dried button has a strong, pleasant smell and natural antibacterial properties. It works wonderfully well to keep your refrigerator smelling fresh. Cloves contain a compound called eugenol, which is a natural antiseptic. This compound not only eliminates odors, but also helps prevent the growth of bacteria. That's why cloves have been used for centuries as a natural food preservative, and you're going to use this power to your advantage. To prepare your natural clove deodorant, you will need a tablespoon of whole cloves and a piece of gauze or a thin, breathable fabric. Even a piece of old, clean stocking will do. Place the cloves in the center of the fabric and tie it to form a small bag. Make 2 or 3 of these clove sachets. They're small and practical. You'll distribute these sachets throughout the refrigerator. You can hang one on the shelf rack, place another on the door, and one more in the vegetable drawers. The more spread out they are, the better the result. The scent of cloves is strong at first, but within a few hours it settles, leaving only a soft and pleasant aroma. It's not cloying or overpowering. It's a scent reminiscent of holiday celebrations, cozy and pleasant. And the best part is that it doesn't interfere with the taste of food. These clove sachets last a long time. You can keep them for up to 2 months before needing to replace them. When you notice the scent is too weak, it's time to make new sachets with fresh cloves. The good thing is that cloves are inexpensive and a small package goes a long way. If you want to intensify the effect, you can lightly crush the cloves before placing them in the sachet. This releases more essential oil and the scent becomes stronger. But be careful not to crush them too much to the point of turning them into powder, because then the cloves lose their effect faster. A combination that works very well is mixing cloves with a few slices of dried lemon. You can put the cloves and some dehydrated lemon slices together in the sachet. The citrus scent of the lemon with the warm scent of the cloves creates a delicious fragrance. But this is optional. Use it if you like. Another advantage of cloves is that they help repel some insects that may try to enter the refrigerator when you open the door. Ants and flies don't like the smell of cloves. So you're protecting your refrigerator in 2 ways at the same time, eliminating odors and keeping unwanted pests away. Tip 10. Weekly preventive maintenance. And we've reached the 10th and final tip, which is about keeping everything running perfectly. There's no point in doing a deep clean today and then forgetting about the refrigerator for the next 6 months. You need to establish a routine of preventative maintenance. And I promise it's easier than it sounds. The idea is to dedicate just 15 minutes a week to taking care of your refrigerator. Choose a fixed day. It could be Saturday morning or Sunday afternoon, any day that works best for you. The important thing is to turn it into a habit. When it becomes routine, you won't even notice the effort. Start by removing anything that's expired or spoiled. Check each item thoroughly. That leftover container that no one will eat anymore, throw it away. The cheese with a tiny spot of mold, throw it away. Don't be stingy. This is an investment in the health of your refrigerator and your family. Next, quickly clean the shelves and drawers. You don't need to take everything out of the refrigerator like you did in the initial deep cleaning. Just wipe with a damp cloth and a little neutral detergent, or with that vinegar and water mixture I taught you before. Clean, especially where you spilled something during the week. Check if your odor absorbers are working. Look at the baking soda container. Is it time to replace it? And the coffee, is it too dry? And the lemon slices, are they too dry? Replace them as needed. Don't let them accumulate and replace everything at once. Organize your food so that the items that expire first are at the front. This helps you consume everything before it spoils. Newer products go in the back and older ones in the front. It's a simple technique that avoids a lot of waste and keeps your refrigerator tidy. Clean the outside of the refrigerator as well. Wipe the door, sides, and top with a damp cloth. Often, external dirt gets inside when you open and close the door. A refrigerator that is clean on the outside tends to stay cleaner on the inside too. It's a matter of general care. Check the door seals. These seals are essential for maintaining a proper seal. If dirt accumulates on them, the door won't close properly, affecting cooling. Wipe the seals with a cloth dampened with vinegar or detergent, getting into all the nooks and crannies. Dry thoroughly afterward. With this weekly routine of just 15 minutes, you'll never have a problem with bad smells in your refrigerator again. It's much easier to keep it clean than to clean something that's become too dirty. Prevention is always better than correction. And the best part is that you'll save money because you won't need to throw away spoiled food. And we've reached the end of the video. You've just learned 10 incredible secrets to make your refrigerator completely odor-free in just 24 hours. These are simple, inexpensive techniques that anyone can do at home. You don't need expensive products. You don't need a lot of time. You just need a little willingness. Let's quickly recap what you learned today. First, the importance of doing a deep initial cleaning to start fresh. Then using baking soda as a natural odor absorbent. Activated charcoal, which acts as a powerful filter. White vinegar for complete disinfection. Lemon slices, which leave a fresh and natural scent. She also learned about coffee powder or beans, which effectively absorb odors. The proper organization of food, which prevents the appearance of bad smells. The surprising technique of using uncooked rice to absorb moisture and odors simultaneously. Cloves with their antibacterial properties. And finally, the weekly preventative maintenance that keeps everything running perfectly. Now I want you to choose at least 3 of these secrets and start applying them today. Don't wait until tomorrow, don't put it off. The sooner you start, the faster you'll see results. In 24 hours, your refrigerator will be completely different, smelling great and pleasant to open. Before I finish, I want to remind you of something important. If you want to have a clean, organized, and fragrant home without wasting hours of your day or spending money on expensive products, I've prepared a complete guide with simple homemade recipes, a weekly checklist, and professional tricks that really work. The link is in the first pinned comment. It's worth checking out to transform your routine in a practical and economical way. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Click the bell to receive notifications of all new videos. I post content every week with practical tips to make your life easier at home. Leave a comment below telling me which of these secrets you're going to try first. I read all the comments and I love to hear your opinions. Now tell me, have you ever suffered from bad smells in your refrigerator? What did you usually do to solve it? Share your experience here in the comments. And if you know someone who is having this problem, share this video with them. Let's spread these tips to help as many people as possible. Thank you so much for watching until the end. This shows that you really care about having a better and more organized home. People like you make all the difference. Until the next video, and may your refrigerator always be clean and smelling fresh.